Alrighty then, good evening once again all you fantastic people. Silver Dragon here, coming at you with some more of the Outer Worlds. Going to be continuing where I last left off, not all that long ago. Alright, let me make sure everything is fine. This video was unavailable. Let me fix that quickly. Alright, that was good. Update incoming. Be one of the first to try our new dashboard. How about no? Alright, good enough. Let's do this. Continue. Emerald Veil. Light, medium, and heavy armor provides most protection. Light armor has better skill bonuses. I would like some light armor, but I need to have actual decent skill bonuses. Bit of lag for a second there as we pop on in. Alright, now, where the heck am I going now? Botanical labs, more than likely. Let's take a look, pardon me, let's take a look at my journal. Ah, yes. We gotta return to Ludwig first, which honestly this is the fastest way. Turn that in, and then we'll be heading to the Botanical Labs, finally. At long last! Yeah, the plasma cutter, which I actually have now. It's great. Before I go to the Botanical Labs, though, I think I'm actually gonna try and upgrade some of these weapons. See if I can get some good bonuses going. I might even attach the mods, depending. Like the melee speed one, I'll probably attach that. But anyway, let's see what you got here.
Soldier.
Uh-huh. I found your package.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit. Designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law.
Well then.
You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
Well then. Why, hello there. Sounds like fun. So what's next?
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp.
Oh, lordy.
I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson.
Ah, really? Already got a passcode from him.
I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security.
Ah!
I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module.
Okay. How am I supposed to get one of
There's
those?
the rub. If a mechanical breaks down, the logic module fries. So you can't rip one out of its corpse. You're going to have to find an intact model somehow.
Alright. Launch model something you can help with?
I don't reckon so. I work with gears and pistons and such. Stuff you can put hands to. Computers and mechanical brains are outside my ken.
You know,
right.
She names the mechanicals she fixes. Calls them Bess and Clancy and so on. You keep a careful eye on her. Could be a sympathizer.
Alright, what are you planning?
Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits.
Okay. It's the middle of nowhere. You don't have a contact.
Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. Didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you.
That's funny.
If you die horribly, I will pour out a can of 0G to your memory.
Alright. Okay then, let's go see about enhancing this crap before I take off. Botanical Labs, 500 odd meters. And the bioplant shouldn't be that much far for the, well, geothermal plant shouldn't be much farther, to be honest. Alright, now, where the hell was that lab? Good question. Somewhere off past the sheriff, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, let's roll. Yep, there it is. Alright, let's see what I can do. Now, I'm assuming this thing already has, yeah, it has a plasma damage to it by default, or a burn, which is probably better than the shock, so I'll keep that as is. But let's see if I can tinker with you. Increased damage, has a bit of a cost to it, but yeah, let's do it. Of course, it increases exponentially as I keep doing it. 7.8. That should be fine for that. Let's see if I can. I'm going to crank this up a little bit. That'll be fine. One more. We'll give it one more. Okay. Now we're going to actually install that mod on here. Let's do it. That's fine. I've already upped the damage on this thing enough as is. That's just good. Actually, though, let's see if I can get the... I can. That's because it's shock damage. It wasn't what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I want to increase the magazine size on that. So we go from 6 to 9, which will be quite nice. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Excellent. Alright. So suddenly we get 3 extra bullets, which is pretty decent. Okay. That should be all I need to screw around with for now. I don't think I need to break down anything. Yeah, we'll break this down. And the pistol too. I won't be needing that. And one of those. This I'll probably sell. Beyond that, we have a bunch of these guys. Break down all but one of each. Perfect. Good enough. Alright, let's go. Am I wearing the proper... Yeah, pretty much. The best I can get right now, basically, for the most part. Alright, let's go. Time to go. Cameron Fraser. And it's Rick... Was it Siren Fraser? Ah, whatever. I digress. Let's get rolling. So the botanical lab is 300 odd meters up there. We'll go have a conversation with them and then see what we're going to do for this geothermal plant. For whoever the hell we're cutting off. Alright. Emerald Vale Community Center. I already basically take care of everything around here. Don't think I can hop up around that, so... Unless I can find a way to double jump, I'm probably not getting up there. Which is a shame. I've probably already got... Yep, got all that. Everyone in town is dead here. So basically, when I came around here last time, I just circled around to the east there, but I just barely missed the botanical garden. But hey, whatever. Or a botanical lab, I suppose. Hi.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
I just want to chat.
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for you. I'm looking for Adley. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
Said something about former workers living out in the wilderness.
Yeah, that's us. And you can tell Thompson we're doing just fine by ourselves. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Well then. Where can I find her?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh? You and me both trying to figure out how I'm going to repair my ship.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No,
Oof.
I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
Oh, I know what happened to her. Upbeat, little strains, love Rizzo. Yeah, I met her. She was in a Marauders camp.
Thank the Eternal. Wait, Marauder Kim. Is she alright?
You mean in the head, or... Calls herself Queen of the Marauders?
Zoe's family. Chiding her is our purview, not yours. If you could bring her home, I'd be obliged. And if you could cross off some marauders on the way, I'd be much obliged.
I guess I could do that.
I'll tell you what I can.
How well do you know her?
Well enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Alright. Seems so personable. Can't imagine why you didn't get along with her.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own. What is it?
I'm good. Alright, I'll have a lovely conversation with him before I attempt to retrieve her then. I'm gonna loot that, thank you. Do. Pardon me. Alright. Deserter.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Use well, friend. Now, where the hell am I gonna find Stefan? Ah, speaking of the devil. Hello, Stefan.
You hungry? We got canid ribs, canid flank, canid snout too. Something I can help you with?
That's a whole lot of canid. I'm told one of your members gone missing.
You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened to the day she just... Tell me a little about her.
Zoe was always obsessed with this cereal. Masked Marketeer. A scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her. You sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
Meh. Was she acting strange before she disappeared?
Can't say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper. She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
What was that about surprising her?
The other day, I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it, but she was gone the next day.
Alright. You could lend me a copy of that?
Not much of a chance, no. Mind if I ask why you're interested?
She's living with marauders nearby. I need something to tempt her back to the camp.
Zoe's living with marauders? Yeah, that sounds like the sort of sideways, brat-brained plan Zoe'd come up with.
Yep.
Yeah, it could be you're telling the truth. Or maybe you're trying to wheedle me into relinquishing my only copy of the Masked Marketeer. It's a collector's edition after all.
Look at that face. Do I look like I give a damn about your show?
Yeah, you're probably right. A true fan would have displayed a gleam in their eye upon hearing the words collector's edition. Here you go. Latest copy of the Masked Marketeer. Tell Zoe we're all waiting on her.
Episode 38. While I'm here, let's see what
Fresh
you're
off the
selling.
limb, and that includes canid meat.
Honestly, not a hell of a lot. Inspiration +5 is nice. Ooh, that's actually a really nice little handgun as well. However, it uses heavy ammo, so I mean, obviously. If it was a freaking light gun and it did that kind of damage, I'd jump on that in a second, but no. No, it certainly does not. Does this have an actual... It does have a weight to it, too. Honestly, I never seem to use any of these, which is a bit of a problem. Luckily, that stuff doesn't really have any weight, but I can dump a lot of this food stuff off of the actual ship when I get the chance anyway. Now, the question is, do I want to go get her back now? Why the hell not? She's literally just down the road. I'll go get her back, and then I'll deal with the rest of this here. Because, hey, it's not going to be taking me all that long to go get her anyway. Wait. I'll take that, thank you. And while I'm at it, I'll take that too. Yeah, she's literally down the road, so it won't take me long at all. Calling herself the Queen of the Marauders. It's a good thing I didn't shoot her. Alright. Lovely. Ah. That's a neat little crater. Ooh. I actually didn't even notice there was the second one up there. Damn. Oh! And a third! How many moons does this planet have? It's lovely for sure. Alright, let's go have a chat with her and hope she hasn't stepped on a mine. Hey, there you are.
Where I wouldn't do for a Wentworth.
I've been sent to find you.
Why? Adelaide wants me back on garden duty or something? Thanks, but I'm not going anywhere. This is where I belong.
You sure about that? Stefan told me about your favorite cereal.
So you tracked me down just to gab about the mass marketeer? I am impressed.
Stefan wanted to watch this with you.
I see what's going on here. I'm being bribed. Well, it's working. I can't say no to my favorite cereal. I'll take my stuff and head on back, I suppose. Grace is gonna be glaring knives at me, so I've got that to look forward to.
I'll see you there. Do. Just don't step on a mine on your way out. A lot of them did that. That was freaking hilarious. But they probably want you there in one piece. Alrighty then. Nope. All looted up. And there's only really one set of them as well, so it's not like I'm going to be gaining much by, Ooh. I'll take that. Ooh, the impact hammer. And some salve, apparently. Also, what do we got here? Oh, hello. The things you miss if you don't carefully look at every nook and cranny. There you go, Grace. I reacquired your lost lamb.
We didn't always get along, but I'm glad to know she's safe. What happened, anyway?
Joined up with a band of marauders. Something about wanting to be an outlaw. I'd rather not get into it.
You pretty much did my job for me. Least I could do is pay you for your trouble.
Damn straight.
Let me know if I can do something for you.
Alright. What else we got here? Should probably go chat with her now. Deserter's reputation has increased. Lovely. Should probably get a new save going here. 'Cause eventually I'm going to have to choose one side or the other. I don't know if I'll be able to find an in-between here. Oh, I got a bolter pistol. Lovely. Hey, Money, what's up? Well, Money, what I did was actually got the pass. So I have the Xbox PC, whatever, Game Pass that they have. So you can pick that up for literally $10 and then beat it and, you know, cancel. There's also a variety of other games you can get on that pass, which makes it somewhat worth having.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
So that's not an option. Oh, you're on Linux. Oof. Big oof. You must be Adelaide.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Mm-hmm.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
Damn straight, baby. Is this your greenhouse?
No, dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
It's like you made a home for yourselves out here.
A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
That's true, mate. Why'd you leave your own home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Reed sent me here to make peace with you.
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
He says consider coming back to town. Is willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess.
Well then.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
He asked me to divert your power over to him. Mentioned a geothermal plant.
He would do such a thing. The question is, why would you agree to his plans?
Camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
What do you have against the town?
You've seen that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scraps Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Let's say I help you. What happens to Edgewater?
Life in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
Think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I mean, Spacer's Choice makes some pretty piss-poor stuff, so hey. I mean, this ain't bad. Most definitely. So, one way or the other, you're gonna have to choose something, so it'll be interesting to see what happens when I get there. But, there won't be much left here. Let's see if I can. Let's see here. Bypass. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. Been 2 days since I walked away from the Life Edgewater Cannery. Fortuitously, the old botanical labs are still operational. Mostly the soil's sour. I'll do what I can. Gonna need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having to taste the saltuna lingering on my tongue day in, day out. I want something fresh. Something that grows out of the earth. Found another work from Edgewater. Ex-worker now. Desertion rates must be climbing. not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. Imagine Exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in a sorry state. Fever, shallow breathing, delirious. Must have been plagued. Set him right with a diet of greens. All the better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Alright. Experimental notes. What do we got here? Repurposing this botanical lab for an original conception as a gear and a soulless automaton of the corporate machine. Greenhouse may look impressive, but all of Spacer's choice products, it is cheap and unreliable. I'll have to make some repairs of my own, 2 hands. Place shall become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand the horticulturists failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I am determined to find a way. Flora are living things, as sensitive to their environment as any breathing, living, thinking body. Contend that the crops in the region failed because the corporate scientists tending to them are cold, heartless, inhumane people acting on behalf of a sterile and inhuman power. One cannot expect your crops to flourish, I would say, or flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it is true. Don't know how to explain that. I am sure the scientists will say something about the biology or the carbon cycle. But I can conclude after months of my own experimentation that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer bursting with organic materials just as nature intended. What are the organic materials, though? That's the question. So before I go off and decide to side with them, I'm going to want to figure out what the secret to their fertilizer is. Because something tells me the secret ingredient is probably people. Ooh. You saw nothing. Because it doesn't specify exactly what kind of organics are making up the fertilizer. That has me concerned. Because this is the type of game where they don't really...
Oh, that's Thomas. He used to follow me around before he left the cannery.
Who? Where? Mock apples. Interesting. How are you liking it? It's pretty good, honestly. Might as well pick it all up while I'm here.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Oh, didn't see you there. I was just occupying myself with a little engineering. Whoa, Miss Parvati. Hey, you're, what, how are you? Hi. Hello.
Are you, are things safe out here? How are you keeping?
Great, just great. I've been trying to keep stuff running, just like you. Only I'm not so... Wait, they didn't kick you out, did they?
Oh gosh, no, I'm just along with this fella here.
Are you from town? I mean, you don't exactly look like you're from town.
I'm passing through.
Sorry, I just wasn't sure if you were from town or if you were one of us. Something's been chewing at me, you see.
Oh?
Fact is, I've been, well, lying. To everybody here. Camp thinks I'm a mechanical genius, but I couldn't fix a busted chair.
Never too late to start learning. Give you some pointers.
I'll take all the help I can get. I set my mind to learning the craft of the engineer, you see. I want to make something of myself. You ever heard of the Young Spacer's Guide to Mechanical Engineering?
I have most of them.
3. If I had my hands on one of those data pads, I could teach myself the ins and outs.
Those are good. My dad kept a copy with him when he was working in the cannery.
I
it's
know
one
the
in the
old
cannery.
community center kept a copy.
I already
Should
got
find
that
another
one.
one back in town. If you could find me even one of those pads, I'd be greatly obliged.
Alright, I can get you all of them. I have found one of those data pads. You want it?
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
I've got part 1.
Look at that. Building a computing machine out of Spectrum potatoes, a primer. I'm just glad it survived all these years. I appreciate you going through all that trouble. In fact, I put aside something special on the off chance that somebody'd search out those
Deserters
data
now,
pads
friendly.
for me.
Let you know if I find any others.
Sure. I'd be glad to take them off your hands.
Want to ask you something
What's
else?
on your mind?
Let's see what we got here. How long you lived here?
Couple months. This camp's my home. People you see milling about, they're my family. At least I think of them that way. I owe them my life. Would have died in the wilderness if they hadn't chanced upon me, starving and delirious.
What were you doing out in the wilderness?
We all left the cannery for one reason or another. Me? I was let go. Mostly on account of my incompetence.
Oof.
I mean, I was incompetent. I couldn't even survive on my own. Grace found me, Adelaide took me in, I've been on my feet ever since.
You weren't incompetent. You just didn't fit the cannery. Not like here. This place had a U-shaped hole, and now it doesn't.
You could stay, you know. Here. I'd be happy to... I mean, we could really use... this isn't coming out right. If you want, Adelaide would make a place for you.
Okay, what do we got here? Workbench, okay. Now, I still want to figure out where the hell the fertilizer is stored in this place, because again, I am very, very curious and concerned of to the contents of this here fertilizer. Because she seems like the kind of, you know, crazy leader that would probably, you know, throw whatever organics it takes to rebuild the soil. Ah, that's the power regulator. Yo.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Unfortunately, I don't see a good place I can grab it. I don't really find any doors around here I can access. Ah. No. It's a lovely little bed, but no. Not quite what I'm looking for. Ooh. Hop.
Okay, gone quiet.
Don't worry about it. There is nothing to be concerned about. Oh, hi. Oh. Interesting. It's too bad I can't put the gun down. Ooh. Let's see here now. I need lockpicking and tech skills. You see nothing. Go away. Ooh, nice. Still not finding what I'm actually looking for. Oh, hello. Think you can hide back there on me? But yeah, I mean, that's what I suspect at the very least, that there's some really sketchy stuff going on in the background here, but I have no way to actually prove it that I've seen so far. Wow, even with my skill as is, I still have to waste 2 parts to hack this.
Wish I could do that.
Let's see here. I mean, there were definitely some ammo in here that made it somewhat worth doing that, but at the same time, I'm kind of expecting more every time I open one of these. Oh, hi! Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Can't open that. So yeah, hold reload. Oh, that works. Well, fuck me then. Good call, money. Good call. Alright, I'm gonna keep looking around here, though. If I can't figure out something, though, I'm just gonna... I probably will go with these guys, to be honest, but still. I was hoping I'd be able to see the secret formula of their... Oh, hi. Welcome back.
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally. Got the strangest craving for Adrena time.
Don't do it, girl. Don't do it. Do. I mean, it looks like they're using these lovely birds here, potentially. So at the very least, they're probably not using people. Probably. Hopefully. Anyway, let's take a look at my journal here, see what I got to do. Retrieve the logic module. I should really finish off the frightened engineer, though, because if I don't, then we're going to have a problem. Yeah, Volume 2. Actually, Volume 2 and Volume 3 should be in town, I think. One's in the cannery, the other one, I'm honestly not sure. But if I don't complete all of the side quests around here, especially any of them pertaining to the town, then we're going to have some issues. Since I won't be able to complete that anymore. Because I'm pretty sure the moment I divert power away from the town, we're basically going to be screwed. Rebuilding the PS3 emulator takes forever when you blow away all the pre-made files. Ha! What was it? Oh yeah. I apparently saw a rumor, which I'm assuming, until I hear otherwise, I'm going to automatically assume that this is full rumor, because it seems far too good to be true, in that the PlayStation 5 is supposed to potentially have backwards compatibility with all PlayStation games, which would mean PS1 through PS3 could potentially be played on the PS5, or through PS4, I should say. However, I'm not even remotely sure about the authenticity of that. Taste of freedom. Fabricated living just like home. I mean, considering this is corporate hell, and this would be like the literal hell for me, I'm all kinds of willing to just watch this whole place burn. So just from that alone, I would choose to go with, or go against these guys. Let's see what we got here. Phyllis Granger. Sanctuary access to medical treatment, event of contagion. Continue. Theodore, buried last night. Reed asked me to get... not to report his death to our quarterlies. Sounds fair to me. Asked to prepare a statement on some of the other workers. Been thinking about it. Don't know what to tell them. Don't end up like Theodore. Do your work. Show up. Wear a smile. You'll get your medical privileges. Start.
What's on your mind?
I'd like to talk about Eugene.
I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep.
I found your letter to Conrad.
Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence?
No. You were planning on stealing his teeth.
Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here.
I think they would disagree.
I don't have to explain myself to you.
Really? I don't think that's what corporate would think. I'll take that. What do we got here? Now reaching critical mass. Instructed our staff to transform the old domicile into a sick house. Plague is really reality of life on the frontier. And as spacers, we experienced or expected to face up to the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is a privilege, not a right. Must strive every day to demonstrate our worthiness for that privilege. Well then. F that crap. And I broke my legs. Come on now, let me up there. Really? All that jumping around for 4 bits? Well, that's a bit of a punch to the nuts. Alright, let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to look around town here a little more, because I still have not fully explored this town. There's probably a lot of interesting stuff I can acquire still. Like this. I mean, it's a whole 8 bits, but hey, I'm not going to turn down 8 bits. Well, the thing that would kind of surprise me, just because honestly they've had a ridiculous amount of difficulty creating any kind of you know, backwards compatibility with their other systems when it came to that, so I just would not be surprised.
Got my sights on.
Well, I'm sure you do. Anyway, I digress. Let's look ahead here, see what I can find. I don't think I've been back here yet. Not really. Any secret? Yep. Called it. Called it. Basically, anywhere you could think of where you would basically put some hidden shit yourself, you're gonna find it here.
I appreciate what you've done.
Alright, time to go. Had a few emulated games on the store. It did, true. But I know they did have a lot of issues creating an actual backwards compatibility for a lot of that. And it was only really a select few things that they did finally put on there, so I'm sure there's reason for that. So how much of it would actually be backwards compatible, who knows? Mag to power. There is a lot of junk we're finding hidden away in the bowels of this city. Oh. Damage letter. Mother passed away from the plague, wasn't chosen to receive medical treatment, failed to recover on her own, found a site near the ocean to bury her. I know it's company policy I have her buried in the graveyard. I can't afford the fees. Heading out after dark to put her to rest, say my final goodbyes and all. I know it's dangerous to go out alone at night. I have to chance it. If you're reading this, I want you to know your mother was a good person. Don't blame her for what happened. She worked as hard as she could. Just wasn't enough in the end. Oof. Aww.
Got it. Side voices.
Well, damn. That's an interesting little predicament there. Yeah, this town is definitely rotten.
And your rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Yeah, I'm definitely burning this place to the ground. It's like, I'm sorry to say, but I'm afraid I'm gonna have to burn this place to the ground. Yep. Fix up emulator to take one of the open source ones. Tell the devs to fuck off, rebuild it for the PS4. Ah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be the first devs who have gone after people that made emulators. Hell, Nintendo is now famous for that. They basically were going after every single ROM site they could for millions of dollars in losses and shit. Which I think is a bit of a load of crap, but hey. I mean, if you want people to stop distributing your stuff, fine. But to try and charge, you know, well beyond what they could have possibly made on that, I mean, people do want to play a lot of those kind of classic games, and if you're not going to be able to provide them a official licensed way to do so, then they're going to find a way. And although that still doesn't make it, you know, legally okay to go around them, it's still a violation of their copyright if you choose to try and go around it and, you know, use an emulator, essentially. One would hope that they would frickin', you know, make some kind of effort to have their own system out there for that. At least one would hope so, but that's not necessarily the case. I mean, I stated many times that if they had their own proper official emulator for some of that old stuff, I'd have bought it. But they don't. I could have sworn I saw another version of the engineering in here somewhere. But I guess not. Let me check my journal, see where that last bit is here. Found one in the community center, second was in a cannery. Okay. Second in the cannery. But I don't know where the third one is. That's the problem. So my assumption is that the third and final one is probably... Ow, breaking my legs again. Probably gonna be in the electric plant then. The geothermal plant. Because I can't honestly think of any other location I'd find it right now. Exactly. That's according to U.S. copy laws. For us, I don't really know. I'm assuming ours are probably very similar to U.S. copyright laws. But I have no guarantee over that, because honestly, I don't really, you know... I'm not a big studier of Canadian law outside of the standard crap. So, yeah. Alrighty then. Marauders hideout. Botanical lab. Geothermal plant. Alright, let's go take a look. At long last, let's go take a look. Indeed, Starchy. I mean, we've used the excuse for a long time that, you know, it's perfectly fine for us to use emulators because they don't provide us a legal means to, you know, buy shit from them. But technically speaking, it doesn't work like that. Even if we'd like it to...
Let's go!
Oi. Let's reload. Where is your weak point, sir? You have none. That's a problem. Ah, well, whatever. I'll just keep pecking at you from here. And boop. And boop. Still, to go after sites for like millions of dollars in losses, wink, seems a bit much, to be completely honest. A bit more than what would be acceptable. I mean, if it was simply a matter of saying, you know, remove our shit from your website or we're shutting you down, or taking further legal action, you know, then they'd probably just cut their losses and accept that as an okay, you know, we'll do as you say. But they have to they seemingly have to take it that extra step. Which I was not so much of a fan of, but hey. Oh, damn. A robot uprising indeed. Ooh. I actually don't have enough hacking to do this. Disarm the security fences. View recent logs. Schedule security updates. Set Space's office. Critically overdue. No data found. Assign location. Please turn in your identification immediately. For immediate reprimand. Failure to do so may result in immediate reprimand. Ha! Shock cannon. Alright, let's look around for some loot. Oh, I am overburned as hell. Okay, let's go ahead and break down some stuff then. The shock cannon. Already have the minigun. Don't really care for this all that much. What do we got in here? Those are all fine. Oh, hi. I'll take that. Indeed. But then again, I mean, the whole system of, or at least the US system, when it comes to basically lawsuits, is just a sham in and of itself. Just because of how easy it is to manipulate for the accuser's benefit. I have way too much junk on me, and it's weighing me down considerably. And considering there's more stuff in here I want to take, I should probably... you know what? Let me quickly just do this then. There we go. I'm gonna head to the landing site and I'm gonna deposit a bunch of crap in here if I can. Patent trolls are ruining innovation. Yeah, I mean, like, what was it? There was one specifically for a very mainstream kind of technology. I can't remember if it was Bluetooth or what, but it was fairly mainstream enough that it was a significant problem to a lot of people. Because exactly that, they were just, you know, abusing the system to go after smaller developers who couldn't really afford to fight them off in court. I need a small container somewhere I can dump some stuff. I wonder if I should repair any of this here. You know, let's go ahead and repair this. Excellent. Alright, I gotta find a storage unit somewhere that I can access still. And chuck some of this stuff away. I can't access the lockers anymore, which is annoying. I should be able to find a space somewhere, though. Sealed for now. Till I get power in this place. All that is sealed. God damn. I might not actually have any lockers or anything I can access anymore.
Oh, wow. If I'd been able to get out here, I so would have stripped this for parts.
Don't strip my ship of parts, damn it. Yeah, there are literally... Ow, broke my legs. There are no containers that I can access to get rid of stuff, so I might just have to sell all of it. As annoying as that is, I don't have anywhere I can store anything. Shit. Alright, we're gonna go town and sell a bunch of stuff then. I'm just gonna have to keep money. Spectrum vodka, a glass for every class. Well then.
Keep your distance, friend.
Heard something outside the walls today.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Music to my ears.
Alright. Sell all the junk. That should hopefully reduce my weight by a significant amount. Get rid of this sawed-off. We're not going to bother using the sawed-off. I'm probably not going to bother with the impact hammer. Bolter pistol is actually quite nice. I'm going to keep that for now. The plasma rifle, same thing. Blad on a stick. It's kind of unique, so I want to keep it. I'll get rid of the tossball bat, though. Got to keep all those clothes because they give me certain boosts when I need them, so that's fine. I don't really care for that all that much. Arena time's not terrible. These basically do the same damn thing. It lasts, both last 2 minutes, which is good. Let's get rid of all these. Yeah, I don't want any of the frickin' smokes at all. I'll keep that for the mind. 50% critical, extra headshot. That would be quite useful, actually. Body attributes +1 for 30 seconds, though. Immunized, harmful, the toxin absorber, so I'll keep that for now. Melee attack speed, so Dervish Mist is actually really nice for melee. Don't really do melee much, but hey. This, I don't really care for. Sure, I can increase the companion ability recharge rate, but I don't use it enough. I really don't. Likewise, get rid of all those. I don't care for that, it's fine. Armor rating. Only 15 seconds, though. Let's get rid of those. That's fine. 2 minutes. Base health increased by 25%. I'll keep that. These, I hope these don't really weigh much. Oh, they do, too. Oof. Weapon durability, attack speed, which I already put on one of my weapons. Oh, we have all these guys, which luckily don't weigh anything. All the junk has been sold. What's that bring my weight down to right now? Significantly lower. Still not super good. And again, I'm kind of annoyed that I don't have access to some kind of storage on my ship. Because, you know, I'd like to keep a few things. But probably because they don't, you know, you'll get better and better weapons as you go throughout. So it's not really intended that you keep a collection of weapons like I have. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things are really killing off innovation in several areas, I should say. It's not just one factor necessarily, there's a multitude of things. we got here? What do you have for me? Bypass shunt. No. Honestly, that's not a very good motto. It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. I don't want Spacer's choice. I want the best, damn it. I only require the best. Only the best may apply.
Easy.
I mean, there's a lot of it tends to be like just basic corporate bullshit in that sense as well. Hell, I get a lot of that for work myself, where we're essentially in a position of the company can basically do whatever the hell they want to us at this point. We have no legal way to fight back due to being forcibly legislated. So we're in a situation where anytime they do a restructure for any of our depots, essentially, they falsify numbers. They specifically withhold stuff that gets counted. So basically we go from having like 6 bins of something to suddenly only a bin, or maybe a bin and a half at most, on a daily basis, which is obviously, you know, straight up you can tell right there that's, you know, just fraudulent crap just from that. Then there's the simple fact that we sent them a 120% increase in a certain type of item, and they sent us back what was essentially a, well, according to our national index here, you only actually have a 12% increase, not 120%. So they could basically just say whatever the hell they want, and there's literally nothing we can do to stop them. Because the only way that we had to fight against them and, you know, pressure them into stopping their manipulative bullshit was taken away from us. So, yeah. How long that status quo will last, though, I honestly don't know. But yeah, you see a lot of that in different aspects of economy and innovation in general. It's kind of sad too, because it's a company in a unique position to really create jobs which would boost the economy. Because what do you have when people have decent, good-paying jobs? They spend money because they have money, which means all sections of the, you know, of the market of the economy benefit from having a lot of good quality jobs. Instead, they choose to, you know, only really think of themselves and their own damn bonuses and screw the rest of us, really. Which really, really sucks. Because technically, we're not supposed to make money. We're a service under the government. We're supposed to be subsidized more than anything, yet we're the only company that works for the government that technically makes the government money. And we make them money, you know, hand over fist, too, so. Unlock the office door. Any good messages here? Spacer's choice. Get it together. And formal notification company's displeasure towards your management of the Emerald Vale geothermal plant for reasons related to exceeding your staff budget in the latest quarterly report. See to select 5 subordinates to be dismissed immediately. Please contact our office to schedule your official reprimand at the earliest convenience. Failure to schedule your reprimand will result in an official reprimand. Ironic. Let's see. Oversight Committee finds you wealthy due to consideration of your last letter. That's why this game is basically hell to me. This kind of corporate overloading or overlording shit is literally hell for me. Officers agree with you. Agriculture, fishing, canning have experienced a steady decline. Emerald Vale geothermal plant remains somewhat profitable. currently investigating ways to implement additional cost-saving measures, which will ultimately lead to the leaner, more streamlined, and efficient geothermal power plant. Development Oversight Office has taken a significant insurance policy against the geothermal plant. The office would like to assure you that the insurance policy is a standard procedure. Do not attempt to interpret, understanding, or otherwise extrapolate the meaning of this decision. I know! Wouldn't that be a weird concept? I mean, at the end of the day, they're basically shooting themselves in the foot. Because you're making the job extremely more difficult, because next thing you know, you're eliminating jobs. You're making the burden that they're already facing even more ridiculous, which is going to, it's basically going to kill people. And you're going to be left without a functioning staff. Frankly speaking, they already barely have a functioning staff, as is, and yet they keep shooting themselves in the foot by making the same goddamn poor decisions. So eventually it's going to get to the point where you'd have to, double down on staff just to be able to make do. And yet they still keep making that same choice, so it honestly boggles my mind. But they are saving a ridiculous amount of money on both shit that gets delivered for free because of the reduction as well as wages. Oh my god, are they saving on wages? Oh, hi.
Great work!
Yep. Nothing a quick little bit of space-time manipulation can't fix. It's a whole thing. It really is, honestly. It's one of those many kinds of things where it's like the upper... mid to even upper management, well, especially upper management, don't have any real clue about how the actual job gets done. Just that the wheels keep turning and, things keep making the money. That's literally all that matters. As long as the wheels keep churning, they don't give no shits. Uh-oh. I don't have a high enough skill to even remotely consider opening that. That is unfortunate. Let's see. Do I have my highest... Yeah, I should have my highest lockpicking skill. Oof. Big oof. And she does not have any additional levels to her either, so I can't actually do much there. Let's unlock the door. Welcome, Mr. Thompson. Okay, this is where I'm actually supposed to be, it seems.
Dang, that's impressive.
Really? That wasn't worth it. That really wasn't worth it. Not for what I used up to unlock it. So this is where I'm supposed to go in order to divert the power. So I'm immediately going to basically turn around and finish exploring the rest of this place. Yeah, I did get 300 experience though, so it's somewhat worth it. What do we got back? Oof. Poor guy. That's why I'm basically going the route on this one of utterly just destroying this corporate crap. I'm going to be that guy. I'm not going to go the evil side of things. But technically, they could both be about the same. Wait a minute. So this is where I actually divert the power then. Yeah, this is the master control terminal, so in that case, I'm going to run back the way I just bloody came, because apparently that was not the place I thought it was. Well then. So yeah, no, I'm definitely diverting power away from that town. I am not subjecting those poor people to that hellhole any longer. Barred. Of course, it's going to be a hell of an interesting thing for them to try and adapt to, not doing the same damn job over and over for all eternity. But hey. Somehow they will live. Oh, hi. I missed. Yes, I did. Hell, I got more experience for killing that one guy. Where the hell did the body go? Apparently I sent the body into orbit. I'll take that. Oof. I mean, it's kind of sad where I'm playing a game that reminds me so much so of work almost. That's sad, I suppose. Then again, I can't really say that entirely because there are people who are literal farmers and then they play farming sim. Or similar in that regard.
Unexpected.
Come on down, my friend.
Incoming!
Yep, this is basically anti-robo-gun. It's fantastic. Wait, I hear adorable little critter. Where are you at? I also want to get that loot up here. Ho ho. Whoop! Oh, nope, failed. I tried. Ooh, I see you up there. Oh, I'll take all those. Don't know what that did when I activated it, but hey. Here, little critter. Magnum. Anything in the lockers? Yes, extendo sight. Very nice. Nice. I can pick this without any cost, really. Auto mag pistol. Ooh. Shiny. It's not nailed. Yeah, basically, it's not nailed down, so it's mine. Even if it is nailed down, I got a hammer. I'm not a phantom man.
You're not real. You're not real.
Higgins? You alright, Higgins?
You're not real. You're not real.
Nicely done.
Ooh, shinies.
Mine steam. You're liable to get scalded.
This is probably part of the main objective there, where it says that to bypass the power, you have to actually have it turned on.
Here we go.
Hey, buddy. That takes care of that. So they basically sent all these lovely robot security guys in here to kill off the staff after taking out life insurance policies on them. Is what I'm getting at here. Damn, Spacer's Choice. You are the most sadistic of companies. Holy shit. For real. That's some twisted levels of just crap there, my friend. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go over this here workbench and disassemble a lot of that crap. I actually kind of wonder if I get more from disassembling it here or not. No, I don't want to install it. I want to break it down. Ooh, actually, I have 3 plasma rifles even. Yeah, you actually do get more from breaking it down at the actual bench here than anything. There's the automatic pistol, which actually is a pretty good pistol, to be honest. And it uses light, so I'm keeping that. I am 110% keeping that because it is vastly better than this old pistol. Alright, let's tinker a little. No, I already tinkered with that enough. Can I modify... I already have you modified. I shouldn't really modify you any further. I already have one attack speed increase for that. No. It'll be fine. It will be fine for now. Let's go take a look around here, see what other loot I can find. Yeah, they literally go through, they basically probably took their level designers, like all of them together, and just said, okay, here's the level, it's finalized, go through and just hide shit. Okay, that's all powered up now. Don't think I left any loot behind, so let's move on.
Go away, Phantom!
I'm not a phantom, Higgins. But you're going to be...
Go away, Phantom!
Ooh. Anything hiding back here? Nope, not that time. Like, every nook and cranny tends to have some stuff, which is quite fantastic.
You're not real. You're not real.
Are you sure about that, Higgins? Here, let me put my weapon away. Don't worry, I'm not gonna murder you, Higgins. I am gonna take your hammer, though.
Get away!
Hi.
You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram!
That's locked, unfortunately. I don't have Sneak 30. I'm not trying to hurt you.
You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before. I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See? See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting.
Slow down. Tell me what's going on.
Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder.
I must be on my way. How long have you been down here?
Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days.
What exactly do you do here?
Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna Critic, Aetherwave Personality, Chairman of the Board, Galactic Defender, Sisty Pig Tycoon. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer right here in this plant.
How have you been surviving all this time? That's what happened to this place.
Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. It was pandemonium.
And how could this have happened?
You mean, why did the Mechanicals go on a murderous rampage? Same reason any of us do, I suppose. The voices told them to do it. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Oof. How did you not starve?
Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more unconventional means of filling my insides.
So you ate sprats.
Braised, boiled, charred, skewered. Sprats are good eating, friend. Chock full of brain food.
Yeah. What did you work on as an engineer?
I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Repaired them, maintained, upgraded. Did it all from my old workroom just over in the next section.
You must know a way to stop them.
Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the Mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. With prodding irons.
I could deal with mechanicals. I made it this far, didn't I?
You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intergalactic adventurer. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting protocol so they attack each other instead.
Mechanicals follow the behavior of the logic module. Someone tapped with it.
Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art of mechanical engineering.
Why, yes.
There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act, including whom they shoot at. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. Here, let me just write it down for you.
Any idea where I can find a logic module?
Funny thing, I was working on a logic module just before the mayhem started. Security chief found me and confiscated the logic module. The tail.
Let's see.
Definitely start with the tail. If you're feeling adventurous, the ears are a particular delicacy.
Not that. How you been surviving all this time?
Jimmy'd open the vending machines. That lap.
Alright, that's that. I should go. There it is! I knew it was in here. I freaking knew it was in here. I called it. Alright, so now I have what I need to reprogram the machines. Not that it matters, because I'm pretty sure I've already killed them all off. Mechanical control room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've literally killed off all of them at this point, but hey, it doesn't hurt to reprogram. New mode. Error. Cannot select new mode. And done. And hey, I get some extra experience for that, so heck yes. Now, he said that it was in the security room, so I should theoretically find my logic module. Somewhere up here. Somewhere up here. I hope. Come here, you good-eating little rascal. Give me your 40 experience. Oh, you little bugger. I'll get you in a minute. Here, little sprat. You can't escape from me now, boy. God damn it. Stop escaping. Where'd he go? Yeah, back here, you little devil. Aha! Oh, a whole 50 even. Oh, wow. It's generous.
Self-diagnostics complete.
Jeremy!
Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice.
This is odd. Why aren't you attacking me?
Hostile actions towards spacer's choice mechanics are contrary to logical directive. Conclusion: all hostile automechanicals must be defective in compliance with spacer's choice policy. All defective automechanicals must be permanently dismantled. Please allow me to assist.
Sure. You want to help me destroy all the mechanicals?
Affirmative. Mechanicide protocols loaded.
Mechanicide protocols. Alright. I like the sound of that. Borrowed a copy of Young Space's Guide to Mechanical Engineering. I think it's volume 3. Read it down the pits. Repair logs. Now, where the hell can I find me that damnable... Let me actually select that here. Logic module, 47 meters. I mean, I've already literally killed all of them off, but by all means, you're free to scout around and try and find more. But I'm pretty sure I've already done that. Oh, it's in here. Well, that's what we call a big oof. I do not have, unless... Personality, movement speed, all attributes gets lowered. That's the opposite of what I want to do. Mind attributes. And I can barely do it now.
Great work.
We'll take all that, thank you very much. Alright, got her done. Now, I don't think we have much else. So let's go ahead and decide how we're diverting this lovely power. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Plant status. 22% efficiency. Cannery, botanical lab. Okay, power. Where did it let me redirect power though? Ah, the routing switch is ready. Also, I have points to spend, apparently. Wasn't paying enough attention. Clearly. Okay, do I want to... I can bust this up to 40, which would give me a nice little bonus to a lot of things, actually. Likewise, I could raise my actual stealth up. The 40 additional bits and containers would be nice. Preview what's in locked containers sounds interesting. She already gives me nice little bonuses for that, so... Because how much I love having the dialogue advantage, I think I'll crank Persuasion up to 40 by default, and the rest I'll pump into Stealth. There we go. Slowly get that out of the way. Reputation. Groundbreaker. So most of them have no... Yeah, we're currently friendly with both of them there. Of course, the moment I do this, it's going to be not so much anymore, but hey. We'll see how that goes. Something tells me they're not going to like me anymore the moment I divert this power away from them. Okay, so that's barred. So there has to be a way around. Not this way. It's definitely not that way. Also barred. How the hell do I get in there then? Huh. Okay. Seems this was the way. They all dead. It's fine. We got this. Okay. Nice. I got another card. I'll take that. Oof. Big oof. Alright. As much as I would have loved seeing one robot go after another robot there. I'll take all that, thank you. Modular spaceship. Model spaceship, not a modular spaceship. Cough. Model of a spaceship. Oof. You poor guy. You poor guy. Pardon me, madame. Let's see what other shinies we have in this place before I switch the power over. Routing switch. Where's it going to route it, though, is the question. Let me quickly check all the other loots around here before I do. Nothing back here. Let's open that up. Okay. Now to decide the fate. Quick little save here just in case I don't fuck it up. Nope, guess I still have to go all the way back to the master terminal now. Ooh. Excellent. Alright, now to hit the switch.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
True enough.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
I wouldn't mind hearing your opinion.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished.
Deserters are a community. I can't just destroy what they built.
Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She wants to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred?
Tells me Edgewater's gonna die without workers in power.
That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something.
I'm gonna go for that, even though I'm basically going to ignore her.
Wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
And as much as I do appreciate what you have to say there, I'm going to watch it burn. However, it makes me wonder if I can actually turn in this quest. You know what? I'm going to do that quickly. I'm going to go turn in this quest so that I don't get myself screwed over and be completely unable to do so. I also want to give one last look to the actual, shop in town, because this is probably the last chance I'll have to buy anything of interest that I might want. Because either way, I want to watch that place burn to the ground.
Bring us honor, soldier.
There you
Bang
go.
up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple of bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
Take care. Shock stick. And 500 bits. Nice. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you. Mr. Ouch. Speed grip. Power attack damage increased by 20%, which is nice, but still nowhere near as good as this lovely Blade of Death. Still, let's go ahead and quickly buy anything I might want, sell off everything else, and then burn this place to the ground. But that's the funny thing about this, too, where it's almost like there's not necessarily any wrong choice here, but at the same time, I can understand, yeah, she got a hate for this place, but at the same time, this place is gonna burn to the ground one way or the other. Getting your workers back isn't gonna, you know, solve the base problems that you're suffering. However, with what she's managed to succeed in doing,
Spacer's Choice
has
the
an
brand
actual
of choice
potential
for
future
spacers
to
on a
it.
budget. Music to my ears.
Yeah, this thing is decent. However, I'm going to say no. Let's buy the heavy ammo, though. Sell the junk. Let's also buy any of the energy ammo, because I love my ammo. Tech skills, +5, which is rather nice. Ooh, Mr. N. Huh. Interesting. Attack changes the damage type dealt to N-ray damage. Minus 50% damage. Odd little device makes the melee weapon glow so deeply purple it hurts to view it. The question is, why would I want a mod that deals minus 50 damage? I mean, there's got to be a reason for it, so I'm gonna buy it, but I'm kind of curious as to what it actually will do. I'll probably get a spare one of these and give it a try. Nothing to see here. Hey, if I'm gonna frickin' burn the place to the ground, I might as well steal everything of value while I'm at it. Because, hey, why be slightly evil when you can be full evil? You see nothing. Pardon me. Excellent. Now, what have we up here? Alright. There's probably a few more things I could take, but you know what? I'm happy with what I've taken. So let's get going. Alright. Reprogram equals free XP? No. You reprogram, oh, you mean, reprogram the robots. Yeah. I thought you meant the reprogramming machine, which allows me to, respec myself, essentially. I mean, programming them would have helped if I hadn't already literally murdered, like, practically all of them, but hey. Alright. I mean, I can understand where she's coming from for her point there. The people just want to work and live their ways, but at the same time, this is what Spacer's Choice does. They frickin' murdered an entire power plant worth of people so that they could increase productivity. That's a big no. Irreversible procedure.
The deserters are going to be all right now they got power, but what about the town? All those people.
Thomas seems to be very fond of you.
He's just interested in fixing stuff. He always used to follow me around, asking me to explain what I was doing. Like a puppy, kinda. I'm just glad he's alive. That he's okay. I mean, when Mr. Thompson said he was fired, we all expected the worst. If he wants to learn about engineering, we should help him get those data pads he wants. I'd like to do that for him. In the bar? When I asked if you were a drinker?
Oh, sounded worried.
Sorry. I know, it's none of my business.
Oh. I guess you're not a drinker yourself?
Strong drink makes me sick. And it makes me real sad. I start thinking about things I oughtn't, and then... Well, never mind that. You got better things to think on. Sorry.
No, by all means, please continue. I'm happy to listen.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
I should have gone, don't apologize. Oh well. Alright. Yep, we'll see how that turns out, honestly. Fast travel to the labs, because I'm lazy. Oh, hi. Okay, let's go have a chat with our lovely engineering fellow here and get all my additional lovely experience.
Any luck finding one of those manuals?
Yeah, my friend, I got both.
No kidding. Really? Well, which one?
Both of them. Part 2.
Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked a little longer back at the cannery, I might have found this myself. 2 whole data pads? Be still my beating heart. Oh, almost forgot your payment.
Yeah, don't forget that. I got more for you.
Don't keep me in suspense.
The elusive Part 3, stashed away in the
geothermal
power plant.
Now that is just incredible.
Words.
You really went exploring down there? Adelaide always told us it was swarming with hostile mechanicals.
Yeah, I took care of them.
Complete set. All 3 parts. I'm gonna be the greatest engineer Halcyon's ever seen.
We'll see about that.
Aside from you, Ms. Parvati, I swear, I'll do you proud.
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little
Electro-charged
contraption I
surface.
found. Should fit right into your outfit.
Thank you. Goodbye. Let's go see what she has to say now.
You hear that? That low, pleasant hum of electricity? It whispers across the veil like the winds of change. You've done well. I would have paid my last 5 bits to see the look on Reed's face when the last lamp in town burnt out and the cannery fell to silence.
You really have it out for Reed.
My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my belongings, and left. That's as much of the story as you need to hear.
Hate the town all you want, won't bring your son back. Well, let's go with what happens now.
Time's come to look toward the future. We'll grow, I expect. A lot of workers out there with nowhere else to go.
Want more mouths to feed. You don't sound too pleased.
I don't look forward to turning folk away. Camp's gotta stay pure, though. Can't have corporate loyalists mixing with us, no matter how desperate they may be. I am curious. Why did you help us? You don't know who we are. You don't owe us a thing. The plant's crawling with mechanicals, so it stands to reason you risked your life.
Between your camp and Reed's Cannery, yours is a better way of life.
You're not quite like anyone else I've met. You haven't had your consciousness programmed by the board.
Basically.
You're welcome among us if you're ever so inclined. You are welcome here.
Okay, that's all she has to say now. So unfortunately, as she said, they're gonna basically have to turn people down. Which means a lot of people are still gonna die because they don't really have a way to deal with that kind of volume. But hey, what can you do?
Zoe says she fought her way out of a marauder camp with her own bare hands.
That's just full of crap.
Fresh off the limb, and that includes canid meat.
What did you have that was interested in? Oh yeah, that lovely pistol, the 5er. Extendo sight, weapon range increase. But it uses heavy ammo, that's why I said no to that. Reactive kinetic shield. When your health drops too low, it makes you temporarily invulnerable. Increases regeneration for a short amount of time, which is nice. But meh. Alright, time to go face the Piper, it seems. Geothermal plant and walk. Fine, let's do it. And away we go. It'll be interesting to see how this turns out. It's like it's an interesting conundrum of what is actually the best choice. Because either way, someone's still going to suffer. Even if I were to have shut off the power to the gardens, not only, not everyone would have transitioned back to this place, so a lot of them would have been done for there. Not to mention that, who knows if those plants had survived. They're probably going to try and murder me in here now. We'll see. Good for all that ails you. I expect a lot of screaming and running away. Yeah, it's basically a ghost town. Let's actually take a look at my reputation now. Ironically enough, they still revere me. Deserves a big promotion, big bonus and a promotion.
Be very proud. Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside.
Ew. So that's what they were putting in the salt tuna as an additive. Alright, let's do a new save here. Actually, I want to, if I can. Let me see if I can create a save before that decision there, just because I'm kind of curious how it would happen both ways. Oh, I guess that's the... That's assuming that my quick save actually, you know, saved. Which apparently it didn't. Oh well. Screw it. I'll play through with a different playstyle next time and probably go with a melee build, to be honest. Suddenly I'm too heavy to move. That's the one I got already, which is rather nice actually. 185. Actually, no. That's crap. I'm gonna hit X to drop it. I don't want to drop it. No, go back here. Break that down. There we go. That'll do. We'll have to do. Well,
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it?
Teach you a lesson.
Is that right? I'm dying to hear this. Please, educate me.
Adeline had the right idea. Had to make you see that.
Adelaide? Adelaide wants nothing more than to see this town suffer. To see me suffer. All you've done is satisfied her hatred. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you.
Luckily, I have an Intimidator 30.
All right, easy now. Let's not do anything we'll regret. I'll order my guards to stand down. Take what you came for, and then leave us be. Stand down, all of you. We're done here.
And away you go. I mean, I could have easily slaughtered all of you, but I got just as much experience from not slaughtering all of you. So hey, I'm satisfied with that. Still, that's definitely a tough choice to make. I mean, they're not wrong. They are basically slaves to the corporation. They will spend the eternity, the entirety of their lives slaving away for nothing. Be the masters of your own future is such a load of crap in that regard. So, there you go. That's the option I should have said. Actually, I wonder if I can. I'm going to try that now. Yeah, I definitely want to try that. Let me see what happens if I give him that little line, I should say. And then I gotta freaking destroy this crap again. Oh, there's actually the bolter pistol again there. ×2. Alright, let's have a
You
chat.
want to know what gets my bile? Edge. Is that liberating? Edgewater is my home. The only home I've ever had. I put down roots here. Whatever you were hoping to find down here. All right. Hello?
So it really doesn't matter which choice you make. Either way, you get the same kind of deal. It's the only home you've ever known. Well, you know what? It's time for you to learn something new. Or, die trying. Either way, you're going to have a grand old time. Alright, let's move on up. Tiny bit I watched last night. It is possible to get them all to go back. But would I want to? That's the question. And honestly, no. I wouldn't want to do that to him.
You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. Foreman.
Are we getting paid or not? I put my whole life in that cannery.
You must be very proud.
Is Reed hiding in there?
Mr. Thompson is aware of your concerns.
I mean, that's not gonna happen. Even if we'd sent them all back here, this place would have still crashed and burned, because we saw exactly the kind of shit that would have gone down there.
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables.
Indeed it is. Let's go talk to all the other residents before I run away.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. Plague got you feeling woozy? Get yourself boozy with Spacer's Choice.
Yay. Oh, he's shut down completely. So yeah, if you didn't buy nothing from him here, you got screwed over.
Power's out, but I can't just leave my goods unattended. Don't suppose you'd care to do business?
I guess you do get to do a bit from him. Okay.
Music to my ears.
Any last minute purchases I want to make from you? Mr. Zapp. This is literally all he has to buy now. So it gives you one last chance to buy the Maxwell. Which, honestly, I mean, it looks badass, but I really don't care too much. Because mine is vastly better. So, hey. I already have one of those, though, so I don't really care overly much, to be honest. But, hey. Did I have any additional quests here at all? No, I did not. Alright. Time to leave it all to burn. Let's chat with you one last time.
I can't possibly cut anyone's hair in the dark.
Okay, bye. And yet, at the same time, I'm somehow still revered with Spacer's Choice. There were no consequences whatsoever. At least not for me. I mean, one way or the other, I had to make that frickin' company burn. I was not going to be tolerating that.
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies to bury.
Oof. Wow. Okay. I mean, I guess that's one way to look at it. Oof. Damn. Alrighty then. Well, girl, let's get going. Ain't no reason for you to stay around here no more. I done burnt that bridge behind you. Let's roll. It's like literally everything I ever read about that cannery in the general.
Ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew.
Well, you're welcome.
Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
They'd left Edgewater behind, nothing keeping you from doing the same. You've never been on a ship before?
I've worked on the occasional supply coach in need of repairs. Once I built a little model craft out of spare parts, but Mr. Thompson found out and I had to take it apart. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you?
Of course you can!
I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think?
Of course you're coming with me. There's so many options here I want to pick. I'm gonna go with this just because it sounds interesting.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I had my misgivings about Miss McDevitt and the deserters, but you took pity on them and sent power to their garden even though you knew Mr. Thompson would hate you for it.
Yep.
All this time you've been determined to get your regulator back, get your ship up and running, and cut a path out of this place. And well, I won it.
I like your determination.
Yes!
Come along.
I mean, thanks.
Hey,
You won't
buddy.
regret this, mister.
Meow.
Captain. I can call you Captain now. I got a captain.
You're fantastic. Where's that other girl? Security girl, come along. We're ditching this rock. Hey.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
Okay, have fun with that.
By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today? I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Only one guy out of the whole colony that could translate French?
The only one I'm aware of. I suppose we could always just ask random passers-by if they are fluent in it.
Point taken.
We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
Lovely. Yeah, highly
Before
skilled
I
hacker.
transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock.
Well then.
I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Damn straight I'm the captain. Alright, anyway, I digress. Let's go ahead and insert this power core into slot B. Boop. Took the long way around, but whatever. Done. Speak with Ada.
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Oof! Oof! Oof, Ada! Ouch! Ouch.
What can I do for you, Captain?
I have installed the power regulator.
All systems are operating within acceptable parameters.
Lovely.
I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
Sure. Let's get on out of here. We all done here. Oh, Jesus. I know what. Now I know why it's called the Unreliable. Goddamn. How the hell did he even land this thing here? Also, this looks almost exactly like the other guy's ship. The Unreliable takes flight.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
I've been waiting here for him.
Ah, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die.
Yep.
How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Uh-huh. Lightheaded. Also, I can slow time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine.
I'm sure
what
you're
you
fine.
saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Lovely. Why do we need a nav key to land on a planet?
Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions.
Okay.
The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly.
Okay. I'll just go straight with that. I don't want to ask any additional questions along that list.
By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
Okay. I'll put it to use, thanks. Want to explain what it is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last.
Nice.
Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you.
Okay. You mentioned it has limitations.
Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
Interesting. Couldn't I just steal a uniform or something?
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise?
There's probably a few of them.
The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath.
Lovely. Well, how does it sweeten your breath?
Science, that's how.
I'll put it to good
Excellent.
use, thanks.
I'll contact you once you've found a way
science.
to Stellar Bay.
Oh,
If
science.
you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a
I
lie.
like wealth and power,
The board's
but I also
only
like burning them to
interested
the
in filling
ground.
their own pockets.
Decisions, decisions.
They're going to run
You know
this
what?
colony
I'm
to
gonna
the ground.
rob them all, and then I'm gonna burn them to the ground.
If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Sure. After I'm done checking my new digs. I also want to go see their room.
Would you like a reminder on when your next shower is scheduled?
No. Your companions gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. They are off limits to unauthorized personnel, otherwise result in you being attacked on site. Message for Alec Hawthorne. Mailing a copy of my favorite serial, Space Adventures of Singularity Steel, dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. Not exactly board approved, don't go showing it around your space buddies. Hope it'll amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Hilarious. Sense of humor, tale of hijinks, all that jazz. Whoops. Oh, damn. Okay, what other shiny loots do I have here? Basically nothing. Ooh, I can finally transfer shit, thank God. That was pissing me off that I couldn't transfer stuff. Like, seriously, all of this here. Let's store like half of this in here, like, damn. Please and thank you. Like, all these armor parts, luckily they don't weigh anything, but damn if they did. Fun times barrel, critical damage increase. Weapon range, extendo sight, which I already have extended sight on the one, so it doesn't matter too much. Putting a silencer on it would be very nice, but improves tech skills. Changes it to plasma. Store that. We'll store all the uniques in here. Mr. N, which I will eventually probably use. Magnum. I was wondering about that one. That just increases the size. By 50% though, actually, which is much better. For use with any weapon firing Earth Standard 7.92 millimeter. I believe that would be 7.62, but okay. Whatever floats your boat. There we go. That moves all the mods away, at the very least. That significantly reduces my weight. Of course, I still have a crap ton of weapons that I'm not really using. And hey, we have more points. Good. So, I already have Persuasion up to 40, which is a pretty good standard. Let's see if I should crank lockpick up to 40 with that. Something tells me I am going to need hacking skills as well, so let's get that base up to 40. Restricted items to vending machines. What else do I want to give my points to at this point? Probably weapons. It's been a while since I upgraded the weapons. I'll still need additional points to unlock the level 40 for both of these, but hey, it's still pretty decent. Oh, hello there, kitty. Companions have a lot to teach you about killing. Increased experience with companion kills. Let's increase my carry capacity by 50 kilograms. God knows I've been having a multitude of issues with that. I can only really need one more, so I think I'll probably enable... Kid, eh? Why are you knocking things over, you adorable little rascal? Vicar Max can also get a perk. I should probably give him one. Increase his hacking capabilities, which I will immediately apply. Okay, let's go see how they're doing. Oh, hi. No response to the automechanical unit. Serial number attached to it says the letter Sam. Ask Ida about Sam, the killer death robot. Ooh, lovely. This is not a petunia. Petunia the plant. This is not a petunia. This is... Oh, there she is. Stern older man with warm eyes. So that's her father. And then he died of a heart attack. Heavily... Was it? Degeared, with doodles in the margins. Modern steel wrench in you. Modified tools. Abigail, first wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Your wrench is your friend. Okay. We do have a... Oh, this is obviously his room. Index to banned literature. Toss ball trading cards.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime. So, tell me what's on your mind. I excel at confessional listening.
Okay. I was kind of hoping I could get him to just immediately come with me, but hey. Let's go see if we can find her then have a conversation, because why the hell not? Ooh, this opens now. Oh, literally it was just a bath? Okay. I thought it would have been more interesting than that, but I guess not. Hold still, girl.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
Just learning to trade for your father? It sounded like when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor.
He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
You're actually good at this, and you enjoy it.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling.
After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater?
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Oh, did you get much time with him before when you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long.
No, keep going, keep going.
In decent shape.
All right.
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Maybe.
What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
Nah.
Oh, that's a relief.
I figured that would do that. I didn't want to do that, but it was the only conversation available there. Sorry.
Caution. Unexpected turbulence may cause loose containers to topple from the upper shelves. If you are crushed to death, I'll need to find a new captain.
Oof. Well then, I can feel the love. I can feel the love. Okay. Debatable. I'll keep the pistol versus that because the DPS is actually higher. But let's get going. Why not? Let's go back to the lab and check that out. Welcome to the system map. See all the planets and systems, as well as some special points of interest you've discovered. Fly your ship over to any location you have unlocked. Some landing bays require special codes and keys before they'll allow you to land. All employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Phineas's orbital lab. Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Yeah. Know anything about that all mechanical?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running.
Oof.
Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Sounds good. Got a minute to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
Well, if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario,
Oof,
I
that
do
look.
not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
Indeed. And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Oh, well, thank you. Do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that.
Aww.
As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been other captains of this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Oof.
How can I be of assistance?
What are you
Certainly,
doing?
Captain. What would you like to hear?
Hey, my favorite
Now
song.
playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
Oh no! No. That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
God damn it.
As
I don't want to... If that's supposed to be my favorite song, I don't want to hear your jokes.
All direct orders. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
What else you got here?
Where in Terra 2? How can I be of assistance?
No, I don't want to bother. I mean, I've already burned Edgewater to the ground.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Alright, so, I mean, I guess I can't land here? No, I can. Oh, so the okay, below highlights them. Okay. Negotiate with them for territory, install furry catching something or another's. I don't know. Alright, let's see what we can steal from this lab, shall we? Ah, damn. Oh, well.
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it. Blast, that's loud.
It does, actually.
I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Hi! Damn, that's ugly. But I'm here for a very specific reason. And that's the reason. I just wanted to say hi as well.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Just let me in so I can murder you. No, not really. For what it's worth, I appreciate you pulling me out of the hope.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
Oof.
Of course. What's on your mind?
Is there some reason you're hiding behind bulletproof glass?
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance.
Oh.
Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Well then.
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
Relax.
No, I was being rude. I'm not accustomed to extending hospitality, and I've never had visitors before.
That's alright.
For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are.
Oof.
You're a talented scientist, after all. Our kind has always been incredibly popular.
Why, thank you. I'm doing pretty well for myself.
Yes, indeed. Well done. Also, you still haven't spontaneously liquefied, which pleases me immensely. Progress. What's on your mind?
Let's see what else you got. I guess that's it then. In that case, I'm going to take this lovely little thing right here. Science weapons! Unique weapons that are strange and powerful effects. Science weapons, damage, and strength of the effects both increase as your science skill is increased. Ensure the bottom line and fire rates are sky high.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find a target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
That sounds like fun. Aw, poor little thing. Alright, let's loot a bunch of other junk around here, and then I'm going to run away. My god, you have killed a lot of pigs. Like a lot of pigs. Undetermined, original mission is pending. Explain details later. Difficult to reproduce. Need your help. Necessary materials should be present in Halcon. The location eludes me. Dumped a new associate. Dirt side in Terra 2 near Edgewater. Have to stake in my purpose. Trust them to only about 23.7% at present. Covering a ship should be along any time. We know when you get this, you're going to be done.
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
Ooh. That's interesting. Adorable. Alright. I wonder what it would take to bypass his lock, though. Okay. 4 decades in the pod.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were... your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Damn. Experimentation notes. Let's take a look at this helmet, though, because... yeah. Increases tech skills by 6, which is actually... or about 5, which is actually quite nice, to be honest. Well, anyway, I will see you later. I have gotten what I've come for, essentially. As well as had a lovely conversation, so hey, let's go ahead and get her done. Onwards and upwards. Pretty sure you can only have 2 companions with you at once, though, which is typical. You have acquired a pocket watch. Anywho, let's head on out. Though I should probably call things somewhat soon. The
You've arrived
groundbreaker.
at the groundbreaker.
Lovely. While I'm here, let me go to the captain's quarters and see. Sure.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Sure, what about her?
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
Of course.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
I kind of
Did you
want
wanna
to
talk
ask
about
her.
something else?
I kind of want to ask her the other things in that regard. It's like, I thought you said that you could keep this place up and running. Damn, that ship though. Search term Sam. First Sam result. Found discarded sanitation and maintenance, mechanical and emerald veils, scrap heap during your last job. Shouldn't be too difficult to get it up and running. Few key modifications. It can envision a combat capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. Should be fun. Remove the factory standard part. Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement parts. Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress setback is estimated now to a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to, but I do. Giving up on the hope on the delivery. The parts lost in transit. It's not turning up anytime soon. Good news. Fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker overcharged me for the information regarding location on an acid steeper. I can't remember Filch. Part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. Never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. Picked it up following his next pit stop. Wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details come later. Oof. About that. Big oof, my friend. You like the spores of the puffball? Cast on the wind, fresh soil, and put down new roots. Nice. A reminder of my choice in the captain's quarters. I like that.
We'll be here, Captain.
Yep, let's go.
Or
Hopefully you'll be here, but we'll see what happens.
Smells like...
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Why, thank
Don't
you.
mind the heat. Got a few days before it reaches critical. I'm sure Miss Chief Tennyson will get it sorted before then.
You sure?
Still reviewing your manifest. Why not head on over to the promenade? Lots to keep you occupied.
Thank you.
That's
What
not
do we
the
got here?
point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses. He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get chilled with me again, you little back bay brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this.
Well then.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
There's been a little argument there later.
Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once.
I like you.
Between you and me, I was hoping they'd come to fisticuffs.
Yeah, what happened?
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me.
Hey, yo,
But I
welcome,
keep
mate.
my chin up, right?
Indeed, it
Be a
is.
bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting.
And that's when you resolved your differences like an adult, right?
That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Oof. Got any plans?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yeah, man. Okay. Did I miss something on Discord? Oh, God. There's a whole bunch of shit going on Discord that I missed. It's just Fallout and I love it. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, this was the devs that made frickin' New Vegas, which, of course, you know, means it's going to have an actual decent quality for its RPG aspects and actual proper character building and storytelling, rather than, you know, good old Fallout 4 is literally you solve all your problems by shoving a gun in its face and pulling the trigger. God, I hate that game for that. That was honestly the biggest disappointment in the Fallout series that I never played was Fallout 4. Just because they really took away any of the meaningful kind of character choices and dialogue and replaced it all with just, you know, grind up to unlock everything and solve everything by putting a bullet in it. I've already reminisced many times about my lovely racetrack moment, so I'm not going to digress into that again, but yeah. That's right, Captain the Unreliable.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Never caught your name. You in a hurry to get somewhere?
Oh, not at all. Just, you know, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss. Going for a stroll around the docking base?
If you want to transfer out, I'm always available. Fallout 2 in New Vegas. Yep, Obsidian. Good old Obsidian. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Almost got stuck. Almost got stuck.
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Alright.
Yeah, I've done work for Sublight. Need to pay the bill somehow.
We move cargo 16 hours a day and half of us still can't afford a bed.
Oh, that's a load of shit. That's a load of shit. 16-hour workdays, you can't even afford a goddamn bed? Oh, hell no. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground as well while I'm at it. Fucking hell. Oh, hey. Defeat our foes. Oh, who the hell is this guy? Public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Lovely. Okay then. What do we have here?
Customs and inspection, right this way.
I'm busy. Power grip. Good chance. Nice. Grenade launcher. Ooh. Very ooh.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Alright.
Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
Oof.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
How do I get it resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Lovely.
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Sure.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
The shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Oof. So a little more local?
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Happy to help. That's my job, after all.
Sure.
You're real good at it, too.
Well, thank you, miss. It's nice to be recognized. Yep.
Can we move this along? I have a certain, matter I'd like to attend to, Captain.
Sure. Let's
Are you
see
pulling my leg?
I want to hear your take on it.
It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
How does Groundbreaker fit into that?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
Yep.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished.
Interesting.
They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They
Nice.
aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Nice.
All right.
What can you tell me about this guy?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison.
There's tension between Groundbreaker and the board?
They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top in manifest processing fees with every one.
Nice.
Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Good man. Bastards keep pushing them.
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
Of course they would.
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Sure thing.
I'm good right now.
Be seeing you.
Alrighty then.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before.
Yep.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Get my bearings. Need some work. Any pointers?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else I can help you with, mister? Chief Junlei Tennyson. She runs the ship. Does a real great job of it, too. Her family's worked on it for, gosh, since it was built, I think. Back before the crossing.
What's she like? Is she a good boss?
Good as she can be, I guess. What with all the troubles Groundbreaker's facing. She could stand to lighten up, I suppose. But she tries her best to do right by folks, and that's what matters.
Indeed. Yeah.
Sure is, but she makes it look easy. She's real competent, our chief, even if she ain't real friendly.
What can you tell about them?
They're run by Miss Hagen. Half the tramp captains and contractors in the system have worked for her. I ought to warn you straight off. Scuttlebutt says some of the jobs they do aren't exactly above board. Downright anti-business, if you catch my meaning. Let's say there's been times when I heard somebody needed a thing, and somebody else had such a thing, but they weren't inclined to sell. Now let's say the one who had the thing suddenly found theirs missing, and the one who needed got one. If anyone asks, Sublight says it got salvaged from an old wreck. Case closed.
Alright.
Oh, sure, sorry. Gets a mite boring at this desk, you know. Then I get to chatting too much, and Commandant Sonia's got to reprimand me again, and... Oops, doing it again. Sorry.
Don't worry about it,
Don't
bud.
worry. Captain's real understanding.
Damn straight I am.
Can't speak for the captain, but I'm used to listening to folks drone on about their pointless, depressing lives.
You're such a great Vicar.
Awful generous of you, listening to me like this.
No problem.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Interested in that McReed bounty. Where can I find him?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Alright.
Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks.
Oof. I'll take it.
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you.
Well, thank you.
Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Wow! Alright, fine, okay. Fine, fine.
Then get to business.
I'll be on my way then. Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If you're caught inside, you'll be shot on sight.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. As always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
Well, I'd
I
love
picked
to.
up this weird signal the other day. It was coming from Monarch.
Here we go again. No one lives on Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
No, seriously. There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now I've...
You know, it takes more muscles.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the surface of Monarch. Monsters live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed.
Uh-huh. I'm sure they do.
Somebody was trying to fix this up, but looks like they ain't been here in a long while. Poor old sweetie.
Oh, damn, that's lovely.
I'm ready for this.
Of course I am. That was easy. Not sure what I got from him, though. Still, though. Nice. I think I found my way out of here if I need to temporarily. Do. Ooh. So we've got some interesting loot down there. Alright. What else have we got here? Hello. Prismatic hammer. Hammersmith. Interesting. It's a science weapon. Pulse hammer. Rival company stole the plans, rushed it to its development, beat them to the market, all the while ridiculing Hammersmith with a marketing campaign about them having no hammers to their weapon line. Hammersmith executives demanded the ultimate hammer to be produced. This prototype was so expensive it never entered production.
Now, I don't say this lightly, but that is a work of sheer universal beauty.
Damn straight it is. Discovery. Didn't know Hammersmith actually made hammers. Brought it to my lab for a closer look. Strangely, it glows. Trail in its wake lingers even after the eyes are closed. Time on the hammer. Internal workings are state-of-the-art. Thermal, electrical, chemical systems all working in harmony. Damn! So this thing basically does triple elemental damage. Ooh. Curious energy signatures swirling about the weapon. Yet to identify the source. Air taste of copper. I have lost several teeth. Had the most sublime prismatic dreams since I invited the hammer into my bed chambers. Okay. Okay. Never mind that for now. Energy signature matches blonde exclusive N-rays. So this actually uses one of the mods that I bought. I'm going to take a look in a second. Raising the hammer's elemental properties to 4. Shock, plasma corrosion, and radiation. So N rays are essentially radiation, which I figured. Bad in my attempts to neuter the self-destruct functionality, I inadvertently caused a small fire. Hammer's main controls may never function again. Swinging it seems to be the only way of cycling through its elemental modes. So it cycles through them, though. So it doesn't deploy them all at once. Annihilation. Take the liberty of locking myself in my workshop. My tinkerings were all for naught. This is no prototype. I am simply too flawed to recognize its perfections. Hammer is a lesson, a symbol. It whispers to me that disorder rules all things. But with a little ambition, we can harvest that power. Only by inflicting chaos upon others can we transmute disorder into harmony. And that is a lesson the Halcon is not ready to hear. Interesting. It's definitely an intriguing weapon, to say the least. Alright, let's roll. Of course they didn't hear the gunfire from all the way over here. It's funny how I just do a little exploring and I already find like a really badass weapon. Just some casual exploring. Oh, that kicked me back a little bit. Okay then. Oh, yawn. Damn, that's lovely. An ad.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
The Lost Hope, eh? Interesting. Drink efficiently? No!
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
I don't care. Alright.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Aren't you adorable? Lovely. What do we have here? Now with added quality. Ooh, that is lovely actually. Increased dodge, increased hack, defensive skills, Mr. Ouch, toughened. A lot of choices. Huh. So this is a pink version apparently. Still has the same kind of bonuses. Then we have the weapons, which are rather nice. The flamethrower. Ooh. Yes, please. Tactical shotgun. Yeah, I definitely gonna want to get me one of those at some point. Let's go have a chat.
Move along.
Well, hello there.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient or an oven. Just like store-bought.
That's terrible.
Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction.
Uh-huh.
Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oof, 10,000, Jesus.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms...
I have some qualms.
Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Lovely. Ooh, Salvager's Helper. 480 DPS. Special effect bleed, and it does corrosion. That is a lovely, lovely thing. Public records of the mining outpost. Be viewed in the captain's terminal. So basically I can use this to mimic the security personnel. So I'm going to have to buy that eventually. I just want to buy those right now. Love to buy that. So I need 10,000 in order to get that, or of course I could break into this. You know what? Damn it. It's not gonna happen. I ain't that stealthy. Alright, we're gonna take a quick old run to engineering, just so I can kind of get that little bit over with, and from there, well, we'll see what happens. Well, hello there.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget.
Ever in Edgewater?
Heard of it. My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
If you did, that'd be good, actually. They could use the help.
And if you do, please don't mention us.
I'd have to go over my contract, but I don't think I'm allowed to leave Groundbreaker. Or this stall.
Well then.
So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Well, let's see what you got. Oh, nice. You get a lie bonus for wearing that, which is kind of hilarious. Determination, melee, all melee weapon skills +5. That's a nice little bit of armor. Anything really mind-blowing here? Overall, no. We have this thing again, which I already bought one of, so whatever for that, but hey. Anyway, let's go ahead and push on over through to this and get it over with. Then I'll probably call things there, I think, because I am just about ready to go pass out.
It's near this complete breakfast.
Yeah, good for you.
Following that series? The Hunt for the Wimbrel?
The pirate ship? I don't go in for docu-series.
Ooh, there's an armory. Do. Oh, damn, it is an oven in here.
This is household.
XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant?
Remember Auntie Cleo? Because she remembers you. When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were...
Thought there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Junlei Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
Indeed. My ship is a little bit grounded at the moment.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
I'll do whatever I can to help keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Once I get out of impound, I'm bound for Monarch.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Well, thank you. You wanted to talk to her? Go ahead.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Aww. Yeah. Not sure to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
Could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Woo!
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry. Couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Damn straight.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention.
Seems kind of warm in here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
I haven't fixed them yet.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
No room for compromise?
None. Every time I give in to the board, Groundbreaker loses its freedom. Soon there won't be anything left. I can't allow that. The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone aboard, will be cooked alive.
Need a contract to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day.
Mm-hmm.
According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
How do you know the parts are still there?
I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me. The station's radiators haven't changed since her time, and her records say the parts should be there. I trust them.
I'll take care of that right now.
Hold on. There's something you should know before you go charging off.
Mm-hmm.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants now.
No problem.
You must not have been here long. In Halcyon, new parts come by way of interstellar freighters from Earth, and the board monopolizes that kind of trade. That means I'd have to negotiate with the board. I've already given them the shops, the docking fees, and a damn embassy.
Their negotiations sound like a bureaucratic coup.
Damn right. And while I'm captain of the Groundbreaker, it falls to me to preserve this ship's independence.
Alright.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Excellent.
Something you need? Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Sounds like you have a crush on her.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted.
Well
You know
then.
how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater?
Sounds like you're not sure how you feel.
I just met her. How could I be? Alls I know is I want to talk with her more.
Well then.
Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
Hey, come on. You got this. Alright.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt
Shut yourself. Okay, so I'm assuming this would take me down if I was so inclined.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons. For those times we have to repel boarders but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Let's go take a look here, see what you got. Out of curiosity. I mean, most of this is trash. Like, a lot of it is trash, but hey, there's some decent stuff in here. Corrosion. Handgun increase, intimidation, all that jazz. Nothing mind-blowing, to be honest. But... goddamn hiccups. But hey. I digress. So, let's have one more quick little conversation. God damn it. One more quick little conversation that we'll call thing.
Gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. Disperse now, or I'll detain you for trespassing.
Oh, real scary. You're really gonna arrest us on our station?
Yeah, this is Chief June.
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
Yeah, he died.
Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped?
Sorry for your loss.
Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have.
What was your relationship with him?
He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he?
Yep, he sure did.
Ah, that's just like him.
Good thing I have a high lie skill.
Tell me, how did he die?
Eaten alive by feral carnets. Cannons.
No. How dreadful. That was always Alex's greatest fear, you know. Devoured by those fiends. Becoming one with their droppings.
If... I'm very sorry.
Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. However, before you go, Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in him anyway?
You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
What did he do exactly? He never mentioned him, unfortunately.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me.
Well, that was easy. It was incredibly easy to do that. All I had to do was lie all the time. Is this about the board having your head?
It's personal business, I'm afraid. Miserably, terribly personal.
Anything I can do to help?
Information on the whereabouts of Phineas Wells would go a long way. Well, it's my white whale, I suppose.
Unfortunately, I can't tell you where he is.
It's fine, really. Now, if you've nothing...
Alright, enough. Hey, level up time! Now, how do I want to divide my points? Well, obviously I want to put 1 in here so I get the bonus to long guns at the very least. My dialogue and all of that is actually pretty decent so far right now. I want to increase my lockpick to a solid 40, so I gain the bonus for that. Don't really care too much for the other bonuses, but hey, they're not terrible per se. Lowering the tinkering cost would also be very useful, so I'm going to start putting the rest into tech. Yeah, definitely going to start pumping up tech. Apply that. Okay. Well, the ship is now free to go, basically, so I can leave here at any time. Of course, I still have to be able to afford the cost.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Sounds good, but no. Alright, so next main thing is probably going to be to head down, you know, do a bunch of slaughtering and all that jazz of all the lower floored residents and all that. But hey, we'll do that next time. For now, I'm going to save things here. We'll probably look around the upper floors some more anyway, get a whole bunch of additional side quests, because really that's what you need to do, especially before you make any very large, you know, significant choices that would restrict you from completing other side objectives. So it's always good to select as many as you can and get them done in a nice order, per se. Oh, I'm definitely very glad that my CPU, or not CPU, that my computer is no longer crashing. Of course, my frames are still skipping like freaking crazy. I really don't know why. It's kind of annoying. Kind of very annoying, to be honest, but hey. Nothing I can do about that. At least not till I can figure out what the hell's causing it, damn it. I've already fucked around with my CPU percentages and that, or assignments, to try and divide up the load and see if that would help. That didn't do shit, so... I don't know. Regardless, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Hope you all enjoyed. Oh, and I didn't realize somebody rated me with a party of people there. Thank you very much, Incredible Hal. That's my bad, mate. I missed out on that completely. Which is weird, because I should have an alert for that. And yet it didn't do shit. I'm very confused as to that. But regardless, thank you very much for watching, everyone. Have a great one, and I will see you all next time. And I gotta fix my goddamn alerts. Till then.